So, let's talk black fatigue again.
Dark side.
I recently did a video called WTF is Black Fatigue, right? And I did the video, it was an impromptu video. I just kind of wanted to record something that popped in my mind. It really wasn't a well thought out piece of work like I usually would do. So I just kind of ranted, spoke on some things I saw, added a couple clips. 2,000 views later, 150 comments later, whatever. But this one is gonna be more concise, and I'm gonna actually break down what I think about the whole idea of this thing called black fatigue, right? So, one of the first things I wanna talk about is black people, right? Addressing the fact that they have black fatigue. Now, I'm gonna explain from my point of view what black fatigue is. I see it as people being tired of the culture, right? The ratchet behavior, gang members, strippers, things of that nature that's not so positive when it comes to our culture. And from that standpoint, black people are 100% understand being tired of it. Because basically what we tired of is nigga shit, right? It just is what it is. I'm sort of tired of it, even though to some degree you could say I engage in it. But here's the thing, man. I've always said this and I'm gonna stick by this. It's not racial. But it seems that every label that we want to place on a group of people, when we place it on black people, it's always negative, right? In the media, it's just always negative. And what I mean by that is not popular legacy media, because if I'm being fair and honest, it's liberal. And the liberal media and the liberal politicians, they tend to treat black people like a lapdog. Like they're not gonna give them anything or help them build anything of real consequence, but they'll act as if they care about our well-being and, vote this way and we'll take care of this. And I've always said it's just BS. And one of the things I'm gonna address a little later is the fact that people are in my comments calling me a leftist. It's like they know nothing about me, bro. And they couldn't be further from the truth, but we'll address it. But my first issue is sort of with black people championing this black fatigue narrative. And the problem I have with it being championed is that, like anything else, it's going to be generalized over a broad scope of black people. And this is going to become another norm that we place, or another label we place on black people to be problematic, right? And it annoys the fuck out of me. It just does, because it's like, we're always wrong, we're never right, we're victims. It really blows my mind sometimes. The big problem I have with this whole black fatigue thing is that now it's going to be another negative viewpoint placed on black people for the whole country and somewhat the world to see. Now it's something else negative. It's like it's always negative when it comes to us. It's never positive. It's always a negative label. And I'm going to be fair in my assessment. Like, black people or niggas don't really help that. It's performative at best. It's so many of us just acting a damn fool when it comes to cameras and what's portrayed and what's pushed. Bro, I know. Look, I played football, bro, and if any man that's played football, especially with a team that's mixed race, bro, you see it's white folks, Mexican folks, pretty much any nationality you want to bring up, they have the ignorant, boisterous, disrespectful, loud group of people within that race. Like, this is just something that's known. It's just that this is being labeled as our culture. And black people play a role in that because of the music we put out and talking about some of the things we've been through and almost glorifying the negative parts of it. So I'm not here to say we don't play a role. I never thought that. And so a lot of people disagree with me when I say music is one of our biggest downfalls. It's evil. It's done no favors for us as people, in my personal opinion, other than made some people rich, right? And not mostly us rich, the executives, the Jewish, come on, we know how this go, right? So that's like one of my biggest issues. It's just that I'm tired of this label, right? But I can understand it too. That's the thing, like I'm not sitting here saying that black people are perfect. I'm just saying white people think that they just have the right to label anybody and this is just the American way and this is how shit's supposed to go. That's what annoys me. It's like, because you don't understand something, it has to be we're weak. It has to be we're leftist and we're victims. It's like, the word victim is probably overused more than the word narcissist. It's like when it comes to the right, whether they're far right, modest, middle, when it comes to the right, the word victim, when it comes to black people, gets thrown around so much. And one of my issues, and I'm gonna address this in my comments, because I'm gonna address some of the comments I got in the video, is that they say we have to like stop worrying about slavery and look at what we are. First of all, my whole point of my video wasn't to say like slavery is our biggest issue today. That wasn't what I was saying. I'm trying to get people that I know they ain't gonna understand. That's why I said that most of the video wasn't even really wasn't for anybody, to be honest. It was just my thoughts. But the reason I made the video, because it's like, why is it so hard to understand when you take a race's name, nationality, culture, and place them in a situation where they're subservient to other people and have constantly had to fight for rights, right? Not so much today, but up and through our history. And when we actually were together, we were attacked for being together. Like this Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, like these are things that are real and things that are not heavily documented happened as well. It's like when black people were left to our own devices after slavery, you know, when we were able to kind of gain some momentum, we were attacked. So when people say, well, what happened in the 50s? We were doing so well. We know what happened. Shortly after, Lyndon B. Johnson. Like, we know what happened, bro. The family was attacked, and all people were attacked in the family. Like, marriage is going down for every demographic, bro. America is going downhill. It's just that black people have experienced it for far longer and are really we're now really seeing like the depreciation of culture and people. Like, I'm not here to say black people ain't struck. We are, bro. But to sit here and act like you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, bro, that's not reality. It's just not reality. You can do well for yourself, but in reality, our community struggles, and you barely can even call it a community. It's just people living by each other that look alike. But, bro, we have struggled for good reason. It's not like one of the main questions I have to ask to white people or anybody that has this argument that we're victims and we're just messing up and we're bad people and blah, 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 blah. So if we can't talk about slavery, Jim Crow, the way the family was attacked, and the way we were basically programmed to be, what are y'all actually trying to say? Are y'all actually trying to say that black people are born defective and can't do for themselves and are just horrible people and are born murderers and all these things? You sound like Darwin. This sounds like eugenics. Margaret Sanger. We know who these people are. And we just gonna act as if none of this played a role in how black people are today. I'm not here to say black people, to a certain degree, are very problematic. Yes. But when people quote murder stats and how we commit 50% of the violent crimes, what they fail to mention is that most black people don't commit violent crimes. It's a certain percentage. And that's what y'all always want to talk about. Y'all don't want to talk about how Lyndon B. Johnson really affected our families, and our women feel they don't need us. So when it comes to building families, we have to fight against what everybody fights against, and then fight against what our women have been taught for generations. People don't want to talk about the effects. I'm not saying slavery is the problem. The effects of slavery is the problem. From systematic racism, from attacking of the family, from lack of resources. Like, bro, this is not a game. It has not been that long since we were able to drink from the same water fountain, bro. Kept from any kind of economic opportunity to advance. I'm not saying black people are perfect, bro. I'm not. But the fact that these people jump in my comments and say some of the things they say, which I expected, I'm not upset about it, but it's just the whole black fatigue thing is ridiculous to me. The hypocrisy of white people. Now they're talking about, I'm tired of our people being taken out in the streets, and I'm tired of being called this and called that. I'm like, bruh, so it's okay when you're tired, but it's a problem when we are. And it never fully gets addressed. When it does, it's a political movement for the left to advance, to get votes and become presidents and become senators. It's not an actual move to change anything. And I'm not saying, like, I don't depend on government to change anything. I'm not a fucking victim, bro. I get out here and grind every day. I'm going to school to even take my career further. I'm learning how to shoot better. I shoot films for people. I'm shooting a movie now. I'm raising my daughter, bro. I'm not out here begging for somebody to change something for me, gang, but it's the reality, bro. It's an uphill battle when you're black. It just is, and you can't understand it because it's not your reality. So it's not your reality. You cannot empathize, be compassionate. You just think you know everything, and that's the problem that black people have had with white people. They try to tell us who we are. They try to tell us what we should do, like we haven't tried to be together and have family. Like, come on, bro. How stupid can you fucking be? Let's look at some of these comments, bro, because it's insane. Once I saw the do-rag, I knew where this guy is coming from. I worked in a predominant black environment for 20 years on Rikers. Dysfunctional thinking and behavior is what holds you back. By the way, my ancestors came here from Italy. My ancestors came here from Italy. My ancestors came here from Italy. That statement speaks volumes. My ancestry had nothing to do with slaves or slavery. Why do I owe you an apology? White people, let me say this. I don't want nothing from you. Just stay the fuck out the way. That's all I really ever care about. Just stay out the way. Don't block me because I'm black. Don't think you know who I am because you see me wear a do-rag and got a chain on. Right? Stop watching TV and watching news that y'all complain about when it comes to Trump, when it comes to propaganda in the media, when it comes to politicians. You understand that media is not to be trusted then, but when you see us in the media, it's all of a sudden foolproof and it's 100% believable. Like, you base off what you think of us for what you see on TV. That's what a lot of y'all do, right? And to be fair, most races do that, but that's a problem. But black people, I've always said, we're going to get the worst end of it because we're made to be the perpetual villain in this country. That's been from birth of a nation, bro. It's documented history, bro. Another comment. No one forgot about slavery. We just never owned any and never picked no cotton. And you never picked no cotton. Can't be a victim of something you never lived through. I've already addressed this. The ramifications of it, which every culture that has been a slave have gone through. This is not nothing new. You need to research history yourself. It's not nothing new. It's just that we are maybe 100 years out of really being able to be autonomous in some kind of a way over ourselves. Bro, it's just ridiculous to me, bro. This level of ignorance is why people have black fatigue. I don't understand why people get so wrapped up in history. My Irish ancestors were victims of indentured servitude. My parents were poor. I got the hell beat out of me as a kid. You know how many times look, bro. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, they say these things as if we're trying to say everything is white people's fault. That's not what I'm trying to say. right? I'm not trying to say you can't, you gotta work, cause everybody struggles. The rich white girl that was born and raised in Beverly Hills has some kind of a struggle. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not some liberal person that thinks I'm only a victim. Everything is wrong for my life. I can't get up. I don't think like that, bro. That's why I'm recording on a $3,000 camera that I worked my ass off to pay for, that makes me money. I'm not sitting here acting like I can't do anything. But it's like y'all act as if there's no nuance or there's no gray area. It's just black and white, and that's bullshit. Because when y'all are feeling the hits, when y'all are feeling the media push it, whatever you think is wrong to be pushed in your direction, you push back. Are you being a fucking victim in that point? No. But all of a sudden we are. Bruh, I am so tired, fool, of white people acting like they run the fucking world. I'm sick of it, bro. Like, because it makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. Like, y'all complain about the same shit, but when you complain, it's patriotic. When I do it, I'm a victim. When my people do it, it's a victim. And trust me, bro, I'm trying to make a difference in my community. But who's pushing the narrative that we are these things? The rap videos, the girls twerking. Who's pushing that? Who's in control of that media? Not us. Now we in control of engaging in the behavior, and I address that. All you gotta do is just go look at some of my videos, bro. You're not talking to somebody that thinks we're free of any blame. But you're not gonna just sit here and put another label on my people and make us the bad guy again. I'm just sick of that shit, bro. Anyway, it's your guy 5100 CJ. I ain't even do the introduction, I just wanted to get into it, but it's your guy Chase Jones, aka 5100 CJ. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bells. You get all my content as soon as it drops. And I'll just catch y'all with the next video, man. Let's see how this goes. You dig.